The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds toward the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes. Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. Doesn't it feel like a real courtroom? Like it's a Hollywood movie set, right?
Shit.
Not even close. It's total shit. Like you can talk corn cob. Okay. Everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now. Oh, this chair is so fucked. Lol. What the hell? The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it would be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. What do you want, Puddin'? A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial. What am I doing? Oh. Ah. This is why you make friends with people. What do I have to do? Okay.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
This is actually nerve-wracking, man.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble.
That's
Get
weird.
ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin a debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I notice, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't about me, everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop dope, would you like to hear more? Absolutely! As things progress during each class, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak after one another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried in their statements. What this means is that you have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim and then fire with the Y button. Pay close attention to each other's character statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Know that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Okay. Make your argument.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we know that part already. And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom.
She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No! Oh, I fucking... I have to shoot the yellow letters. Okay, yeah. Okay.
I assert that the one who was murdered.
Yeah, we know that part already. And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom.
Okay.
So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, it's wrong.
So dramatic, man.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
Objection. I should
saying
have one of those, like, judge
Sayaka
hammers, shouldn't I?
wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide.
Leon's totally freaking
The
out.
killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
We need to determine what was killed. Okay.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
Oh my fucking god,
So
man.
the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You
Fuck,
could
I hate his
sorta see the
hair.
weapon
Like, his hair
sticking
is like
out of
two
her
different
stomach.
colors as well. I think that's another thing that really bothers me.
And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the
Ooh.
crime. With more proof to
Caesar,
be
thanks so much for the follow, mate.
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Thank you,
Well, we can
Kyoko.
talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right, there's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn to non-stop blaze. Yes, please. RB button. time will slow you down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it will steady your aim, making it easier to shoot the potential weak spots. Concentrate like this uses focus gauge, and if the gauge empties, you can't concentrate. But focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest, no need to rush. Well then, good luck. Fuck yeah.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret. Nobody was in the dark.
No, that's wrong.
So dramatic, man.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Yeah, here we go.
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're gonna say the knife disappeared while you're drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time.
A little late, but it counts?
In
What?
other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
That wasn't late, was it?
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Oh, far out, man.
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
Ah.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But
Surely not.
what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case!
Oh god, the Doom Bear is getting like really angry now.
Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife, so I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No, no way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
The hell?
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
What?
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
Oh!
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over.
Uh-huh.
Which means we have airtight alibis. You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations? We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room, so I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
Wow.
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
Wow, dude.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, because
They're not here anymore.
Oh.
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Batman! Dude, where have you been? I've missed you so much. I honestly didn't think I was gonna see you again. Oh, fuck. How you doing, mate? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was...
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual.
Yeah, she
When
was.
she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure.
Oh.
I'm sure she just took it for
Hey,
self-defense.
Lexi, what's up, mate? Welcome to the stream.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In
Sounds
that
like it.
case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
Oh, fuck. They don't give up, do they?
He did do it after all.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying
Oh,
talent.
Toto, I'm so sorry, mate. Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna
Hold on.
die.
It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something
Oh,
most
shit sticks.
bewildering.
Oh, Unspeakable, thank you so much for resubscribing with your tier 2, brother. Oh, thank you so much. Dinosaur. Thank you, thank you. You see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most
And
bewildering.
until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Put me having to work during this, I know, right? How long until you finish now?
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Your first time in Gambit is about to be in... Yeah. As things advance further in the class trial, the Hammond's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this trial is to reveal an important phrase related 5 more hours. I'll still be on, probably. Related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down flying letters in the right order. Use the left stick to aim to shoot the desired letters. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If the gauge reaches 0 or you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck, have fun. Oh, thanks. That should have been at the scene, but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. We just figure out what that something is. Oh, I don't fucking know. Oh, here. No, no, no. Why isn't it? Why isn't it? Oh, do I have to shoot it a few times? Oh, there we go.
Now I understand. That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room?
Oh,
It
yeah.
wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
But the body's in the
makes
fucking
sense, does it
bathroom.
not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself,
Shoot it twice,
not
yeah.
just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course. to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then Makoto is the culprit?
No, I bloody will
Sure
not.
we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
No, mate.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Ooh, yep. The object the killer broke. Hang on, what? The object the killer broke? Yeah, the thingamabobs.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken.
So I got this tickle in my throat and I just can't
See
get
how
rid of
the
it.
top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then.
Have I been to China recently? No. But I've had plenty of Chinese people come into my work.
Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoto said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about the non-stop debates. Yes please. From here out, the number of weak spots will start going up. But no matter how many weak spots there are, essentially only one lie or contradiction is in the debate. What I'm trying to say is that not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they say, but you also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Eek. Now this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots actually lies or contradictions. Okay, fuck me.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
No, it's wrong.
I didn't lock it.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, those rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
Like you didn't say that
So
before.
the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
So you didn't know the door was actually, that couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail of the scene of the crime.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? You're saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
It's so dramatic.
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room,
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms.
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, you dumb bitches.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Ms. Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
I like how he's pointing like towards us and yet we're standing right next to him. Like, what the hell? He should be like... Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. The answer's right there. There's no way Sakura would let someone in. Is it... switching rooms? Maybe it's that one. Okay.
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
The same thing goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
So how are they getting in?
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I wanted to talk to you about. Just us two in 5 minutes. Come and see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh, that's the notepad that I pointed out.
Man, I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. And you're right, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I'd better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room. Huh? Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
Well, no.
No, I didn't. But
of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then that note, Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know
This is
she
the first
wanted to
crime
meet with
gore.
them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that, the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
This fucking chair.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
No, yeah, you haven't, Gorath. We're only just getting up
Would
to
you
the
like
juicy
to
bits
hear
now.
what I have to say?
Even though I've been playing for like 7 friggin' hours.
Very well then. Pay attention.
Oh shit. Make your argument.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
Yep.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
Fuck's sake.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
Yep.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that
No, it's wrong. The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name.
And vice versa.
The nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Yep.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem.
Maybe get some water.
And the one who switched the names was... well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right.
Okay, then who did it?
Oh god, that guy.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other
I gotta really
person
pay attention to
besides
this,
me
sorry
who
guys.
even know to switch the nameplates.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Yep. Check the mate.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
Yep.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
Probably to try and frame
To
Makoto.
understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
Total. Rip.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out. We know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot.
I can't take his hair seriously,
Sayaka
man.
fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka broke her wrist was because when you look at the wrist, no doubt. Oh crap.
I got it!
Oh no.
All you have to do is take a good look at her broke right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? What led to Sayaka's death? Sayaka's death that we need to make clear. Yep. What the fuck? Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? I think I probably just need a shot of vodka and that will get rid of the phlegm in my throat. Too bad I don't drink vodka. Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak... Oh, for fuck's sake! If you come up with the wrong combination, yeah, press LB to rotate it. The logic do... Oh, what? The logic difficulty will be set to mean. Oh, what? Son of a gun! There's too many controls to remember. Okay.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
Oh, I think I got that wrong.
Shoot!
Uh-oh.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
If the person with the sword really did attack first, then there's no explanation of that sword and part. Got damaged, so it's the first
When
one.
the fighting broke out, The culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
I don't know which one they want me to use. Crap.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
It wasn't really a sneak attack though.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
Telling me,
if the
mate.
sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
Yep.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword
No.
to defend herself.
I think...
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Ah, her hands. Because they were clean, apart from the blood.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Because the gold's not on
Like
her
I said
palms.
before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Oh my god, bitch. Of course that's it.
That's not it at all.
The water was off.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower yet.
Oh, what?
Oh
Oh
my.
my
You're
god.
no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
The hell?
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife.
Yep.
I got it! Sayaka?
I know, Rhythm. That's what I was thinking.
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
He's loving this, isn't he?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
Played you like a fiddle, my friend.
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room...
Look at Leon, he's like shitting his pants right now, and too right.
But for that to work, the target had to be lured out, while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Yeah, that's true too.
Then, you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired.
She's so
She launched
inert,
her
isn't she?
attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true!
You calling me gullible? Hey Brandon, how are you, mate? Welcome back, good to see you.
Because, hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide.
Yeah,
who
I'm thinking
did
the
it.
same thing, Monokuma.
Wouldn't
Thank
it
you.
be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time.
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. Shit. Make your argument. Okay, dying message.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, it's wrong!
No, that's wrong!
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Oh!
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Oh fuck, the way to delay this whole thing, isn't it?
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Yep.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean?
It stands out like dog's nuts.
1037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right.
It's alright,
Connecting
Rhythm.
line is barely
It's fucking
there,
obvious, man.
So I assumed it was 1-1,
We're
but
at the end now.
looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Damn it, it's no use. I just don't know. Fucking
Rotate
okay.
the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it. I think maybe I see something.
Oh my god.
I don't know how many times
Now
I've
I
said, Rhythm,
see.
that I've finished this
She
first
wrote down
trial.
the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees.
Okay, hang on. Okay, there's no counter. Yeah, well, that's what I thought.
If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N.
What?
L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
Oh, he's really shitting himself now.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
Thank you, Total.
It's not random at all.
Oh yeah,
She
that's
wrote
when.
that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped.
You know, this was much harder for Japanese players. Yeah, I
Try it for
suppose.
yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
You're quite welcome to say that I was a fucking killer,
If you're
though.
not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
Yup.
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah.
I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
Which was the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it I need to pay attention to. How it was disposed of?
If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
Batman realizes it was him. Oh shit.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
Oh, bugger, no.
Shoot!
Oops.
The key to the trash room.
Hey, Prylo, what's up, mate? Good to
Whoever
see
was
you
on
again.
Cleaning duty must have had
Just
it,
bear with
right?
me, okay?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
Hang on, I think I missed
You'd
it.
have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence. No.
That was lucky because I didn't really read what she said.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
You throw it.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone through a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange, quite certain it was off last time I was down here.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way.
Yeah.
It'd be impossible.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
A baseball player.
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball
She's so
star.
weird.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer. These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you.
You still won't admit it? Okay then, Makoto. Go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear.
What? Why me? Why don't you do that?
End this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
God, all of a sudden we've got like balls of steel now that we've finally cleared our name. Absolutely. Funny enough, Dinny, I like the voice they gave Celeste. It's just... Oh, no! I don't mind the voice, she's just bloody creepy as a character. In this phase, you give a complete summary of the case. You'll need to reproduce the flowers of the event. The flowers? The flow of events for the case in the form of a comic book. Oh, that's right. However, you notice that the comic, there are a number of pieces are missing. It's up to you to complete the comic, provided the truth panels. If you make the aim... Holy cow, you get the hint. Climax. Let's just start from the very beginning. Oh god. What? Okay, hang on. No. Can I? Okay, hang on. Okay, that needs to go there. Okay, so I don't understand what this one means. Let's put the lint roller away so that I get it. Oh, okay, hang on. Okay. That doesn't... Where does that fit in? Is that right? Click the question mark. What question mark? Oh, okay. They forced the bathroom open. The logical way they could have done this. They forced the bathroom open? Oh, oh. Oh, here we go. So we don't have to use all of the pieces in here. After the killer encountered Sakura's attack alone, what did they do next? I don't know. Oh shit, I'm really running out of time here. Okay, I think I've got that so far. I think that's right, don't you reckon? Let's put this one away. Yeah, that was right. So he found that. You have 16 minutes, okay. I think I'm okay now.
Here is you! I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
Yep. Okay.
But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered,
Yep.
The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily. And there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her. But of course, the killer had no way of knowing.
No. Hence why.
So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message.
Okay, I think we're going
to keep the killer
well so
from
far.
Noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength
Our door
was
saved
gone.
our lives? How?
With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator.
Yeah, but I don't understand how that saved our life.
They came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room.
Sayaka still died.
The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life.
The comic aspect is kind of cool.
Having destroyed the final piece of evidence,
yeah, I guess
they
it
left
did.
the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
So how hard was this case the first time? It was piss easy. As soon as I saw the writing on the wall, that was it. I was like, oh yeah, it's Leon. To me, it was dead easy.
It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
No pun intended, right? No, no pun intended.
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge
He sounds like Trump now.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
Oh, God. Okay. When this happens, you engage with him in a head-on battle. Bullet time battle. During the BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm. Oh, that's right. Press your button. This is just a bunch of quick time events, basically. can't. All right. Actually references Trump? Seriously? Okay. So what? Just press A and Y.
The screws from the doorknob. They didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid.
Whoa. Okay.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Stop talking.
Do I actually press Y for anything?
You kidding me? Not a chance. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. Where's your proof?
Oh.
You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid.
I don't think I'm getting what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, so I do need to press Y. Okay. Y and A.
You lied! Stop talking! Shut up!
Okay, I'm getting it.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! You lied! Shut up! Shut up! Stupid!
Okay.
Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
Okay. Oh! There we go. I got it the first time.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed.
Ay, 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 ay!
I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
That must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
His own.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid! Huh?
And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Stupid, 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 stupid. Yep. I got an A. Ooh. I don't think I got that good a skill.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice? Or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Oh, he's really fucking excited. Look at him. Oh, I see. He chooses we don't have to actually vote. Guilty! I ate the screwdriver for breakfast, lol. So for people that haven't seen this, get ready, because this is really fucked up. The Blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon! Oy.
Huh?
Hey, both, what's up, brother? Good to see you.
Hey, hold on.
Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
But...
I don't believe it. But you all voted. What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill or be killed.
So, that's why...
I killed her first.
None of you are any different!
One wrong step and you'd be standing here. It was complete chance that I wound up like this.
I was just...
Unlucky, that's all.
Hey!
Waifu is dead.
On.
You expect me to accept my death? Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd better off if we'd been wrong. Because if we came up with really... Because if what we came up with really is the truth, then that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind, it's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Blah blah blah. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends, to see something like that happen to them, and Sayaka. Oh, fuck me. That's the problem about anime and stuff. It just is constantly, like, procrastinating, isn't it? That's why this game takes so long. It procrastinates so much.
Please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
It was all bullshit, man. Played you like a fiddle. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? Probably. I guess I'll never know. The entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships? She seemed so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she descended into pure madness. So Death, your question earlier, like, my voice is fine at the moment. I just got like this bit of phlegm in the back that's really pissing me off. But the turkey seems to make it go away quicker. What did you say?
Here.
I understand. I really, I do. Yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that, all of it, everything, it's all your fault. Phlegm. I know. Suddenly in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma, but...
That's enough.
Ooh, fuck. As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it. That was a close one. I thought for sure you were going to give me a good walloping. Just bravely avoided punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the Blackened Leon will receive his punishment.
Punishment?
Get ready.
You mean execution?
Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she shut herself in the bathroom, you went out your way to head back to your own room? Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom and killed her? Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. It is not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder.
So...
No, that's not... Stop it. I've had enough of this. Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayeko, do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course I don't plan on blaming Sayeko either. Because the one to blame is him.
Huh?
If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayeko or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind.
Unbelievable.
When Sayaka went into the bathroom, why didn't Leon just leave? That's it, Total. That's it. I guess he saw it as an opportunity himself. Did you just awaken your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Just shut up. Okay, well anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for, the punishment.
I'm begging you, please, don't do this.
Hey, come on now.
No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
Oh god.
No. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
No!
It's not exactly pain-free death, is it? What we saw, that was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control. What's going on? Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Well?
If you don't like it... all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
And fuck you. Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us?
What the heck?
Evil? You make it sound like I'm dark, awful, secret society type of guy.
Say what?
In this case, a dark, awful society, secret society type of bear.
Well...
So why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think that's what you're saying, and what I'm saying quite fit together. Oh yeah. You piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground. You really must hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened because more than one of you decided you want to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your own regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can't cut free of the outside world. Being trapped in this place, being trapped in this insane place? You're trapped, are you? But I'm sure once you all learn the mysteries of this school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all got to live here forever?
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say? I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there, just like before.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Hey.
Who exactly are you referring to? Okay. What are you trying to link, Total? And just like that, he was gone. He left us there overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Makes you wonder what the other murder's gonna be like. It was the clip. Put it in Discord, brother. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no. It wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. Oh, of my face? Oh, okay. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone. Their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Excuse me. She meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why. As she lay dying, she was thinking of you. Thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. What?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she would never have left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility. But I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends and keep moving forward. Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such desperate situation. Move past their deaths? That's... I could never do that. I don't know that show. I'm going to carry them with me for the rest of my life. Oh, thank you both. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka. Why do I keep wanting to go make an E sound out of it? I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Well, I'm psychic.
What?
Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. Sayaka. Oh, we don't have to say a fucking name anymore. That being said, this is the end for now, and I would like to personally and sincerely thank everyone for your help and support over the years. For now, we are awaiting official governmental authorization to formally cease operations. What does this mean? The contents of the letter are quite interesting indeed. It would seem Hope's Peak stopped functioning as a school. And judging by the amount of dust the letter had collected, doesn't seem like to have happened recently. If I had to guess, this letter could be at least a year old. You're saying Hope's Peak closed down at least a year ago? Most likely, the mastermind took over the abandoned school in order to put on this little performance.